Welcome to the first episode of Figuring Out with Dean. I am Dean. This is not a how to channel. There's thousands of how to channels all over the internet. This channel is about building the fundamental skills of solving problems, doing things you haven't done before. There's an old Chinese proverb: if you give a man a fish, he eats for a day. You teach a man to fish, he eats for life. So, what we're going to do today is we're going to do something I haven't done before. Is we're going to figure out what we need to do to install a duct into my hood fan, because every time I try to fry my bacon, I set off the smoke alarm because there's no vent. It doesn't vent anywhere. All the smoke goes everywhere. And I need my bacon, okay? So let's get started. First thing we're going to do, cardboard. This is one of the first things you guys should save up, like 3 or 4 boxes. Save them. I know you guys order from Amazon. You guys get boxes like this. Save them. There we go. Now I can put my drills all over and not worry about messing up the stovetop. What you do have to worry about, though, is pressing any of these buttons on, because it'll start a fire. So be very mindful of that. All right, so first things first, got to talk about tools, right? If you don't have any tools, you need to buy some tools. Man should have at least a hammer and screwdrivers, minimum, and a wrench. Hammer, screwdrivers, and a wrench, minimum. Tape measure, also tape measure. So tape measure, a crescent wrench, 2 crescent wrenches, hammer, 2 crescent wrenches, a set of screwdrivers, and a tape measure, minimum. Get those if you don't have them already. And those are the few tools that you should pay money for. You can buy a lot of tools from Harbor Freight. I love Harbor Freight. Buy a lot of cheap tools there that I'll only use once or twice. But foundational tools like your screwdrivers, your hammers, your tape measure, your crescent wrenches, they should be quality. You should not skimp on price there. Uh, First thing we're gonna do is we're gonna take these doors off the top. I think these are pretty common doors. See, but this is why I have the cardboard, so I can just set shit wherever I want to set it, right? Save your cardboard. Especially if you ever have to like work in a nasty area, it's all wet or whatever, or gross, or the ground's really hard, or you're in rocks. If you lay a sheet of cardboard down, your knees are golden. Or you can buy knee pads, but everyone will make fun of you. Okay, so I guess we will bring the camera over this way. Bear with me here. Let's see. Can you guys? So that is what the underneath of my hood fan looks like. Oh yeah, you guys need to invest in a flashlight too. All sorts of different kinds of work lights. This one's great. My ex-wife's boyfriend bought me this. It's pretty great. You can even charge your phone on it. There we go. So I do have power drill and a screwdriver. Now, don't be that guy who uses a power drill on everything. One, you strip out screws with a drill like this. Use a screwdriver. Okay? The only time you should really use this is if you're really screwing out of something hard. You know, especially with Phillips tips, because they strip out the worst. So use a hand screwdriver whenever possible. If it's too much, like if you're like have and they don't. The thing is they don't even use Phillips tips. If you're using like some like decking screws or wood screws, they don't use Phillips. They use a star bit because they strip less. So anytime you got Phillips tips, right? And this is a Phillips tip if you don't know. Use a hand screwdriver, and this is why I say invest in a good one, because this has a magnetic tip. I think this is all stainless, so it doesn't really matter. So it's not going to actually work. But other screws you have that are actual steel, they'll hug the screwdriver, and you can like put it in like that. But anyway, we got to take out all these screws and pull this thing down. I already disconnected the power cord up here. It's just an outlet you pull the cord off of. They drilled the hole really small up top, so we'll have to unwire it inside of here, but we'll get to that later. See that? I already pressed a button with my belly. Oh, and a good when you're pulling out screws, get like a cup or something. Put the screws in the cup. So I don't know if you can see what I'm doing. I'm just taking all the screws out. Now I'm going to leave 2 screws in each corner. This one and this one. Doesn't matter which 2 you decide to leave in, but make them, adjacent, right? Or, you know what I mean, furthest apart. So that way, when we get all the screws out, it doesn't just like fall down on one side on you. And then that's when that's when I'll probably get the ladder over here and maybe, kneel on the stove to pull this down. Oh. I see it now. I didn't even see it before. But it says it back here. To reduce risk of fire and properly exhaust air, be sure to duct air outside. Do not vent exhaust air into spaces within walls or ceilings or into attics. So that's a really cool sticker because I probably won't have to get another hood. Almost guaranteed I'm not going to have to get a new one. All right, so making a double check here. I think I got all my screws out. Oh, missed one. Man, it just sketches me out every time my belly makes that sound. Okay, now you got to double check your screws all the time because if you're going to be pulling on it, and you're like, man, why is this not coming off, And then you like realize, oh, I missed a screw, That'll happen, right? So you just gotta be mindful. So I got, oh, see, I missed this one too. So always gotta double check. It's hiding from me. There we go. That seems pretty loose. Also, be mindful that, see, I got 3 screws right here, right? But what are they doing? I'm fairly certain, almost 99% positive, that all these screws are doing is just holding up this guard. So I don't even need to take them out. So, you know, just look at what you're doing. Take your time. There's no rush. You know, it's not like there's some crazy ex-Soviet Russian guy yelling at you to hurry up, you know. So I got my 2 screws left. So I'll get my ladder. Maybe I'll even get up on the stove to take this down. I'm going to go with the hardest screw to get to first. Ooh. Oh my God. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, you feel that weight coming down already. Oh yeah. There we go, got it. Oh. Okay. Means we only got this one left. This is gonna be the hardest part because you know, I gotta balance this, right? But this is why I saved this screw on the heavier side, because where the fan is going to be heavier. So, oh yeah, there she goes, and we're loose. Excellent. See, I didn't have to pull those 3 screws. Okay, so let me see what's going on in there. Get the camera a little closer. Adjust it. Okay, so what do we have here? Well, shit. Okay, well, that right there, I don't know if you can see it. Let me see if you can see it. You can see it. Good enough. This is my knockout for the duct. Wow. Okay, so, okay, this is why it looks so weird to me. So, basically, it's going to spin like that, right? And it's going to move the air into here. So, I just have to install my duct right here. I don't even have to hook it up to the fan. That's great. Wow. Okay, so, you know, I don't even have to take this whole hood down, you know? So, I'll have to knock this out. And let's see what that even measures to. Oh, where'd my tape measure go? I've got this camera in the way. Ooh. You still see what I'm doing? Yeah, okay. So, let's get a little closer though. See that duct? I don't know if you can really see it. But I'm measuring this hole I have here. So, oh God, okay, well. Wow. I don't know, man. That's okay. Well, I'm not. It says 7 inches, but I'm gonna have to take that plate off to really get a good measurement. I'm gonna have to scoot you back a little while I pry it off. Oh, let's see. And yeah, you can get a multi screwdriver. That's great. It's kind of like all you need sometimes, really. But I would get a multi screwdriver and then I get a straight blade or a standard or whatever. Get one of these because so it used to pry. You know, you don't want to use it. It doesn't work with a multi very well. Oh, gotta catch them all. Put in that slot. Oh shit! Just like that. Turn my stove on. Gotta be careful. Son of a bitch. Well, you know, it's like one of those things. It's kind of why you don't just slap a hood in without the pulling the duct, because it'd be way easier to get this plate off if it wasn't up like this. Hold on, I need to get some pliers. Oh yeah, also fundamental for your toolkit. Uh, two different kinds of pliers. You should have some needle nose, linemen's, and some dikes, or I guess we have to call these alternative lifestyle cutters now. But you know. Okay, well, when working with sheet metal, it's always good to use a hand condom. There we go. See, if I didn't have the hand condom, I would have cut my fingers on this thing. God. Motherfucker. Fantastic. Okay. Sick. All righty. So, let's get our tape measure back. Get rid of the hand condom. Oh. So, we got 7 inches in there, so I'll probably have to use a 6-inch vent. I don't think they make 7-inch. I don't know. I'll have to look it up. They do, that's great, but still I'll have to create a way to seal the vent in there. Not really sure how to do that, but that's why we're figuring it out, right? I don't know if you can. We'll get you in there so you guys can see what's going on. Ooh. So, see that? Oh, I'm pressing buttons again. So you see there? That's the plate we pulled out where our vent's gonna go. So, yeah. No, it's pretty great. I didn't even have to pull the thing down. I thought I was have to pull the full thing down, but this is, well, that's it, I guess. So, see if I can get you clip back in there. Level you out. Move you back. Oh. All righty. Well, so that's the first episode of Figuring It Out with Dean. We're gonna episode 2. We're gonna drill our hole in there and run our duct probably up through there into the attic. And I haven't quite decided whether or not I'm gonna 90 it outside the wall or have a roof vent. If you look up what's the best way to run hood exhaust, because it's different than your fan in the bathroom or your dryer. You're venting grease on top of it, so you're gonna have grease running through this fan. So the less elbows you have, the better. The straighter the run, the better. Now the problem, right, is that if I go straight up into the roof, right, well, you have to have a vent, right, that blocks the rain, right? So basically, I can have a straight run, but it's still a 90, right? And if I vent out the wall, right, yeah, the run can be straight, but I still have to 90. So you have to 90 regardless. And now, fine, you might argue, oh, well, what if you, instead of doing your traditional hood exhaust on your roof, you just have a vent cap? Well, it's still a 90, because even though it's just coming out like a shotgun in all different directions. So you can't just have an open vent, because then when it would rain or snow, you get water on your hood. I haven't decided how I'm going to do it, but that's all part of figuring it out with Dean. I'll see you for the next episode.